All right, from Ringgit FBM KRSI, definitely we want to take a look at the US market. Now let's take a look at dive deep into the S&P 500 market as of today's performance. Firstly, we can see roughly, if we zoom out and look a little bit a wider range, we can see all of the sector within the S&P 500, which is categorized by sector in industry, are facing the green waves, as you can see with the technology sector, semiconductors, and even the communication service right now is going up by a positive percentage. And I'm going to start with Microsoft first with the latest news that opens. New tab President Brad Smith said the tech company's high-profile deal with the United Arab Emirates backed AI firm G42 would eventually involve the transfer of sophisticated chips and tools, a move that the senior Republican congressman warned could have national security implication. In an interview with Reuters, Smith said the sales, caught many details of which are being reported here for the first time, could progress to a second phase that entails the export of crucial components of AI technology, such as model weights, a crown jewel of AI system that determine how powerful they are. Smith said there is no firm timeline for the second phase. US officials have said that AI systems could pose national security risks, for example, by making it easier to engineer chemicals, biological, and nuclear weapons. Opens a new tab. The Biden administration in October required the makers of the largest AI system to share details about them with the US government. To move forward, the deal would require the approval of the US Department of Commerce. Microsoft executives said the agreement has safeguards to protect Microsoft's technology and prevent it from being used by Chinese entities to train AI system. And before we go with the semiconductor updates, we'll see at Microsoft as of this morning is up by 0.74%, while a few of other industry or companies within the Oracle is doing the opposite performance of Microsoft, which is down as of this morning 0.95%, followed by Adobe is also down by 1.63%. And this is a little bit of, we can see the summarize of how the technology sector performance as of this morning. And we're going to move to the semiconductor. As you can see, NVIDIA with bright green waves is up by 2.57%, following by other sector, which also Broadcom Incorporation is up 1.04%. We also have others like Intel is up 2.13%. Is also we have mostly Advanced Micro Devices Incorporation is up quite high by 3.70%. Also Qualcomm is also very high up, almost we can see more than 4.26%. And this is one of we can see the performance for semiconductors, few industries and sectors. And for NVIDIA, recent updates opens new tab. Most advanced AI chip developed for the China market has got off to a weak start with abundant supply, forcing it to be priced below a rival chip from Chinese tech giant Huawei, according to sources familiar with the matter. The flattening prices underscore the challenges NVIDIA's China business faces amid US sanctions on AI chips export and heightened competition, casting a cloud over its future in a market that contributes 17% to its revenue for fiscal 2024. The growing competitive pressure in China also adds a cautionary note to investors in the US semiconductor designer as its shares extended a stunning rally following Wednesday bumper revenue forecast. And this is the latest update for semiconductor as well. And we're going to move on next to the consumer electronics sector. As we can see for Apple, one of the biggest sector within the consumer electronics industry, we can see Apple as of this morning is up by 1.66%. And the latest news about Apple is Vietnamese officials have called on Apple supplier Foxconn opens new tab to voluntarily reduce power use by 30% at its assembly plants in the north of the country, where there were electricity outages last year. Two people familiar with the matter said the request for energy-saving measures, which two other industry sources said was spent to multiple manufacturers, is precautionary and aimed at evening a repeat of last summer when power shortage led to over $1 billion in lost output. The request to Foxconn was an encouragement, not a requirement, as has not had any impact on production, one of the people said. Vietnam is increasingly welcoming multinational companies, some spreading their risk from traditional manufacturing-based China amid rising trade tension with the US last month. And Apple opens new tab, promise of further spending in the country, where over the past year it has raised its number of suppliers to 35 from 25. And next we have also Google. Before we're going to check with the current performance of Google as of this morning, for the latest news about Alphabet's Google, opens new tab will pick a minority stake worth 350 million US dollar in Walmart-backed Flipkart, valuing the Indian e-commerce firm at $37 billion. A source with direct knowledge of the matter told Reuters. Google and Flipkart were not immediately, we can say, available to confirm the value of the investment. The tech giant will join in as an investor in the latest funding round for the Bangalore-based company, Flipkart said in a statement. And we can see that Google, as of this morning, is up by 0.72% and Meta is positive 2.67% in the increase as of this morning. And for Meta, a recent updates has added safety features to its misinformation tracking tool, CrowdTangle, for use during European Parliament's election in an attempt to allay EU concerns that triggered an investigation last month into the impact of its decision to phase out the tool. And the US social media platform last week said candidates for next month's polls will be shown a notification at the top of their feed in Facebook and Instagram on how to protect themselves and their accounts. This includes directing them to resources that explain how, among others, to set up two-factor authentication, review security settings, or set up hidden words, which is an Instagram feature that automatically sends personal message requests containing offensive words, phrases, and emojis to a hidden folder. And that is the update for communication sector. So I have a few and mostly we're going to go a few updates on the Amazon. Amazon is also down by 0.17% as of this morning. We can see that we're going to share with you negative 0.17%. And also for the financial sector, for the credit service, we're going to go for a few within the stocks here. For one of banks that are doing with having increased performance as of this morning is the JP Morgan Chase and Co., which increased 1.93%. And we can see for other banks like Bank of America Corp is also 1.35%. And we can see also financial banks from Wells Fargo and Co. increased by 0.89%. But it's a little bit opposite performance for the credit services. For example, like the Visa Incorporation is also increased by a little bit. It's 0.10%. And we have also the MasterCard Incorporated also, as of this morning, reduced, or we can see decreased by 0.01%. And for the others under the credit services, we can see for American Express Co. is increased by 1.16%. And as for, we can see for Tesla updates, as of this morning, increased by 3.17%. It's a big increase, more than 3%, as we can see, other than on automotive for the General Motors companies is also increased by 0.87%, followed by the Tesla Incorporation 3.17%, and the Ford Motor Corporation is 0.41%. And from the auto manufacturing sector, we can see Tesla increase is one of the best performance as of this morning. And we're going to move on to the industry for entertainment and the oil and gas. For energy, oil and gas integrated here, we can see that ExxonMobil Corp is decreasing by 0.08% as of this morning, and followed by Chevron Corporation actually increased by 0.52%. And this is the latest update and the latest performance as of this morning. We can see under the energy sector, consumer cyclical sector within the internet retail, and we can see communication service and technology, and even a semiconductor industry. And for Tesla, if I can share with you the update about the recent Tesla update, is proxy advisory firm Glass Lewis said on Saturday it has urged Tesla opens new tab shareholders to reject a 56 billion ringgit pay package for Chief Executive Officer Elon Musk, which, if passed, would be the largest pay package for a CEO in corporate America. The report cited reason with the excessive size of the pay deal, the diluted effect upon exercise, and the concentration of ownership. It also mentioned Musk slate the extraordinary time-consuming projects which have expanded with his high-profile purchase of Twitter, now known as X. The pay package was proposed by Tesla board of directors, which has repeatedly come under fire for its close ties with the billionaire. And the package has no salary or cash bonus and set rewards based on Tesla's market value rising to as much as $650 billion over the 10 years from 2018. The company is currently valued at about 571.6 billion US dollar, and this is according to LSG data. And from this, we can see after this, we will bring you the updates on Islamic economics and finance. GFIEF held in Kuala Lumpur from 28 till 29 May. And we can see that GFIEF is under the patronage of the ministry and organized by Bank Negara Malaysia, with the theme shaping a resilient global Islamic economy through value-based reforms. Perdana Menteri, which Prime Minister Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim will attend the Global Forum on Islamic Economics and Finance that is set to be held at Convention Centre, Kuala Lumpur. And keep tuning with Niaga AWANI for more updates, and we will take a short break and we'll be right back.